Hey guys, it's Ailika. It's been a long time. I haven't posted in about 3 months, and I just want to thank you guys for sticking with me through this journey. I will say I've been posting more on Instagram, but I'm back to YouTube. YouTube's where I started. YouTube is what I love and I enjoy, and I had just really needed some time away. And the main reasons were, and you're going to hear some announcements on this video. I really wanted to talk about like some of the things that I've been doing over these past few months and kind of why I had stopped posting and some of the changes I've made, and then hopefully some of the changes I'm looking to make on this channel. So I'm really excited. Thank you guys so much for joining me. So first, and I made a little list because I wanted to make sure I said everything that I wanted to say. So first, a few things that I've done over these past few months is I had been studying hardcore for my personal training certification. I know, I'm sorry. I know I've been gone for a while. I am back. So part of this video is to tell you guys I'm back. I will be putting up videos a lot more often now. Oh, the same type of videos that I used to put up. I'll do some vlogs more often. I'll do some workouts. I'll be talking about, my journey. I'll be talking about my coaching. I'll be talking about, I'll be doing some challenges, lots of things that I used to do, and I'm coming back to that now. So I'm just really excited to be back. Thank you guys. I'm happy to be back too. So a couple of things I want to talk about. So one thing is, so like I mentioned, I've been studying hardcore for my personal training certification, right? And I received it. I'm now a certified personal trainer. I wanted to get more knowledge and education around what I was talking about on YouTube, so I wasn't just blabbering. And, I'd done a lot of research, and of course I'd done a lot just growing up in sports, and also just, growing up constantly on a diet my whole life, right? I knew a lot, but I wanted to kind of ensure that it was backed up with the education and certification. So, it's some of the things that I wanted to make sure that I had for you guys, and for, as I'm starting to grow and just do different things, along this journey. So I also started my own weight loss coaching and keto coaching program. So essentially like my own program that I made up. I used basically a tailored program to lose the weight myself. And so over the last few months, I've actually been coaching other people and having clients. I know I can't even believe it either. I'm so excited and have had some real success with folks losing weight in my program. And it's not like a program affiliated with anybody. It's not like Weight Watchers or anything like that. I always tell folks I've been on every diet you can name, right? Everything, from Weight Watchers to Jenny Craig to everything. And so in that, I basically pulled kind of the best things from all of those and created my own program. And it's a virtual program. So we're not meeting in person anywhere. It's, through text, email, FaceTime, I use a different type of service to where we can talk kind of face to face, and I can see you and we can just talk about what's really going on. And then also doing some personal training, and eventually I'll be doing group fitness and some other different things. And I also have a challenge coming up in January. So I'm really excited about that. But I wanted to tell you guys, so when I began to start my keto coaching and weight loss coaching program, and as I began to develop it, hi guys, I'm glad you caught me on live too. I'm glad I'm on live, right? So as I began to start my program, one of my really close friends said to me, she said, make sure that when you're creating your program and helping your clients, that you're also paying attention to your weight loss and your journey and sticking to your journey. So one of the things that I wanted to highlight here and kind of be open and honest with you guys, and I've always been open and honest with you guys, is I actually gained almost 40 pounds back from my 120-pound weight loss journey. Since then, I've lost 20 of those pounds, but just through like being heads down studying for my personal training certification, I gained weight, which was crazy to me because I'm like, how am I gaining weight as I'm helping other people lose weight, and I'm studying for my certification around fitness and health, but it was just me not being consistent because I was busy studying and not necessarily doing the things that I needed to do. So the moment I got my certification, I jumped back on it because I didn't feel right, and I didn't feel like me, and I felt bad doing that. I'm like, I couldn't believe it. So what I wanted to say, and I have been telling my clients this is, everybody's flawed. We're all human and we all do things. We all have our things. We all have our vices too. And sometimes life gets to us and we gain some weight back sometimes. And so the thing is, what we have to do is just ensure that we jump back on it. Like if we gain a few pounds back, we got to make sure we get back to being consistent. And so that's why even though I gained almost 40 back, I've already lost 20 of those pounds because I was not about to buy new clothes. I wasn't going to buy new clothes. I mean, it's just that simple. And also I felt like I've been trying to help and be an example for other people. And you guys are following me and watching my journey. And I'm like, I felt like I owed it to you guys to, number one, be honest and share this whole journey with you guys, that while I was heads down studying until 2 a.m. sometimes, I was also drinking, coffee and sometimes eating a brownie, honestly, just because that was always my vice, right? Brownies, that's my thing. And so, so I had to pull back from that and really just go back to my, back to the basics, right? Back to my keto basics and really back to my weight loss journey and back to my, I continued to work out, but I wasn't working out 3 and 4 days a week as I had normally done. I was again studying and training other people and talking and coaching others. And I was, not as focused on me, and also had some personal things going on with the kids, and I gained, some weight back. So I decided that I needed to make my health a priority again. And, I've already lost 20 of those pounds, and I'm going to be back showing you guys a vlog of, where I am and get back down to my weight. Because I want you guys to see the journey as it happens. I want you to continue to see that we all go through it. Every so often, some of us gain and we go back and figure out how we are going to lose that weight again. And so that's what I did. I lost weight again, and I used my own program to lose the weight again, funny enough. So that was one thing I wanted to mention. But I wanted to also let you guys know, keep an eye out for, an upcoming challenge that I'm going to be doing in January. It's similar. I did a challenge last January, and it was a weight loss challenge, and I'm going to be doing another weight loss challenge this January. And so I have details on my website. I'll also put out a video on here with the details, and I'll be talking about it, I'm sure, on Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that. But I'm sorry, I just had a little crawler to my live video. Hello? My husband just came in and didn't want to show himself, so he's crawling. He was crawling around like I don't know, like a little ant. I'm like, what are you doing? To get his computer, whatever. So anyways, so that's kind of what I want to tell you guys about. So I've got a few things coming out. Also, that I want to make some changes to our channel. I call it our channel because I want you guys to tell me what you're hoping to see, and we can do this together. So some of the things, obviously, I'm going to continue to talk about weight loss. I'm going to continue to put out vlogs and things like that. Definitely not weekly vlogs, because that was part of what was getting tiring before. But I'll likely be putting out bi-weekly or monthly vlogs just to highlight my the progress in my weight loss journey. I'll also be highlighting some of my clients to show what they're doing, because they're, doing so well. And I just want to highlight that for them and just show them that, what, you're being, you're doing something to change and save your life. But then I also want to talk about some more personal things, like pregnancy and how I struggled to get pregnant and had challenges with that. And you guys have seen that on some of my videos where I've talked a little bit about it and hinted on it. And also talking about pregnancy avoidance and tubal ligation and some of the things that I've gone through myself, and just life and hair, and also doing some more recipes, because frankly, I like to see keto recipes. So I want to do some of the show you guys some of the recipes that I've been using, so that you can use them too. in your weight loss journey. And also just, because it's nice to see someone else put together the recipe than just kind of reading it on the page sometimes. So sometimes I'll just do a recipe that I find as well and just highlight who I saw do it. So, and then I'll also be showing some of the videos that I've been taping over the year, over the past few months, and just not posting because I just didn't have the time to edit it. I know, because I was studying for my certification. It's like chicken or the egg at this point. So let me read so let's get to the Q&A now. I want to read some of you guys' comments. Let me see. So I'm on the 310 nutrition diet, started September 27th, or September, lost 27 pounds, but I had to stop October 31st because of surgery. Okay. I never heard of the, oddly, I've never heard of the 310 nutrition diet, which is funny because I've been on so many different diets. I'll have to do some research on that one. So let me know more about that one. I'd love to hear more about that diet. The thing is, what I'm trying to push here through this channel for sure is that we don't want to do fad diets, so I don't know about I don't know if the 310's a fad diet. So I'm not saying that that's a fad diet. I don't want you to misinterpret that. But what I do want to say is we want to make sure that what we're doing here is a journey. It's a lifestyle. It's a lifetime journey. So whether you are keto or you're just lower in carbs or you're intermittent fasting, whatever it is, take it on as a lifestyle and take it on as something that you could potentially do forever. Because what you want to do is you want to get there and you want to stay there. So I often talk about how, my clients will do keto to hit their, my clients and me would do keto to hit our weight loss goals, our goal, right? And then transition out of keto. The thing is, what we haven't really hit on a ton is that once we hit our goal and transition out of keto, it's not like we're just, back to brownies, right? Whereas there's ways to transition out of it, and you may be able to have a brownie here and there after that, but you're still eating in a very healthy way. You're still living a healthy lifestyle. And some people find that keto is so good for them, they love it so much that they stay in keto forever. So, not everyone transitions out. I myself, I have transitioned in and out of keto over my journey, and that's worked well for me. But I have clients who stayed in keto the entire time, in ketosis the entire time, and they love it, and they feel like that's the life they're going to live forever. So, let me see. I watch your channel, but I heard about you. Oh, and I'm kind of scared, and said can kill you if you do something wrong with that diet. So with the keto. So I will say this, and this is from Hadasha Patterson. I hope I'm saying your name wrong because I hate when people say my name wrong. But what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So the thing is, I do believe that there are definitely wrong ways to do keto. I haven't seen anybody die from it, but I don't know everybody on earth, but I don't want to laugh at that. But my point is, what I'm saying is there are wrong ways to do keto. Like, people talk about eating a lot of fats on keto. And yes, we do eat a lot of fats on keto. There's different ways to do keto. You can do high fat keto, you can do moderate fat keto. But if you're doing high fat keto, you need to think about the types of fats that you're doing. And like the way that I do keto, I do a really clean fat keto, healthy fat keto. So the fats that I eat are from avocado, from, the good oils like coconut oil, things like that. I do get some fats from meat, but not a ton of my fats come from meat. And I myself don't eat pork or beef. So my fats are usually, pretty healthy fats. And, I get some fats from salmon. So that is the meat that I'm getting fats from. But there's a way to do it so that you're still very heart healthy. But there's folks who think that they can do keto and just, eat tons of bacon all day long. And you're like, body by bacon. And yeah, that is true. You'll lose weight and you'll get in shape. But I'm not. And honestly, they say that their numbers are coming back good. I haven't tried that myself, and I don't coach like that because I don't believe in I believe in a healthier fat keto. So, the way that I do it is a healthy way of doing it. And the way that I coach it is a healthier way of coaching it. I just can't imagine doing it the other way. But I also don't eat pork or beef, so I think that's why I coach it that way too. And now I have my first vegan keto client, so I'm actually coaching keto and with, with kind of a vegan twist. And so I had to do a lot of research on that because I'm not vegan, though in my mind I want to one day become vegan, but I haven't gotten there yet. So that is something to look at. There's different ways to coach keto, and I would definitely, and to do keto in general, and I would definitely look toward a way to do it with good fats, as opposed to like eating a ton of like animal fat. As animal fat is not the greatest source of fat for us in general, for our bodies. Let me see. Hi, just tuning in. Hi, how are you? How's my weight loss journey? I mentioned earlier, my weight loss journey is going good again now. I had some struggles for a while. At the beginning, I mentioned I actually studied to get my personal training certification. So now I'm a certified personal trainer. And the major reason for that was because I wanted to get healthy I wanted to ensure that the knowledge that I have and the knowledge that I've been delivering is backed by something. Because, I've been, like I always say, I've been on a diet since I was 8 years old. And so it's been, the knowledge that I was providing was backed by being on diets forever, right? So I automatically have taken in enough information to where I kind of know, I kind of knew what how to do it and what worked and that sort of thing. And so then I went and got my certification so I could just back it up, especially when it came to the toning piece of it, because as I've lost the weight, I want to also continue to tone, and I've toned the whole time, but I wanted to back that information up with the certification. And so I got my personal training certification. And while doing that, I actually gained back almost 40 pounds. I know it sounds crazy, and it's so much. So I went from being, down 120 pounds to down a little over 80 pounds. And that was a struggle for me. I had a really tough time with that. And that was maybe a little over a month ago. And so now I'm back, already down another 20 pounds from that. Ooh, sorry. So I'm back down, about 100 pounds. I'm not at 120 yet, but I'm on my way there. I'm working my way there, and I'm going to start doing my vlogs again so you guys can start seeing my journey, because wow. Let me see. I'm trying to keep up the questions. I'm sorry, guys. Let me see. Where are we? How's your journey? Hey, how have you been? And I've still been working out, and I've still been posting on Instagram. So you guys can definitely follow me on Instagram too, but I'm back to posting on YouTube as well, because this is what I love. This is my bread and butter. This is my audience. And I enjoy, talking with you guys on YouTube with you guys. I want to learn more on your health information. This is the first time listening to you, and I want this journey and learn more from others and put it in action for me. I do also have a website now that I created myself. I know I couldn't believe it. I had to basically, what I found is that when you're starting your own kind of journey and program and things like that, you have to kind of do everything on your own and for yourself. So I had to learn how to create a website. So I had a friend who has been developing websites, and she did like a starter first one pager for me. And then I started modifying that. And then I began to learn some of the tools. And then I ended up kind of creating my own website. And so I have a website now. The link should be in the description, but I'm going to put it right here too. Let me see. It's www.LifeHealthNow.com. Let's see if that goes through. I think it should. I think you guys should be able to see it in the comments or something, but it's www.LifeHealthNow.com. And so you'll see, that's where I've kind of put everything together. I have a couple of videos on there where you can link it back to my YouTube channel, but you can see my videos. You can see what keto is. I show a little bit about what keto is. And I actually also have a link of, a lot of things that I use. So like people always ask, what kind of weight, do you use a waist trainer? Do you use, what kind of knee brace do you have? All those different things. What I did was I went ahead and just created my own kind of list on Amazon of all the things that I use: knee brace, waist trainer. And it's not really a waist trainer. Really, it's a sweat vest, right? It's something that's going to make me sweat around my stomach. and it's helped out for me. And so I put that list together, and you can link that. I think I might even have it in the link in some of my videos, but I definitely have it on my website for sure. Let me see, make sure I'm getting everybody. On keto. I have lupus, and some people tell me that the keto diet is good vegetarian or vegan or holistic healing and would be recommended. It's so funny, Dana, that you mentioned that. So keto, we're finding so many, there's so many benefits of keto. Not so There's been studies done now here recently that keto is putting people with type 2 diabetes into remission. Keto's been linked to, it's definitely obviously helped people, obviously not everybody knows this. It's helped to cure or at least put into remission epilepsy in many young children. It's also been known to have effects on autism and ADHD. I mean, there's so many amazing benefits to it. And I even have a friend who has type 1 diabetes that she mentioned that that's on the keto program, and it's helped her to put like her sugar levels in check to where she's gone from being on an insulin pump to no longer needing a pump. Like, keto is a game changer. And I'm confident that like vegan would be the same thing, as well as like, a holistic type of diet. I will say this, there's also ways to do, I have a friend who does vegan keto, and I'm now coaching my first client as a vegan keto. And, right now I'm putting together her program and her meal plan, because it's, because that's newer to me. I haven't done keto vegan, but what I may do is, as I'm developing hers, I may start to incorporate some of that into mine, because I have always, in my mind, I've always wanted to be a vegan. Not quite there yet, because I still do love fish and chicken and turkey and eggs. So it's a struggle. I'll be honest, it's a struggle, and cheese. So it's a real struggle, but one day I'm going to get there. I swear I'm going to. Let me see. Okay. I want to make sure I'm keeping up. And I'm so not keeping up. I'm so far behind. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. So I say stay away from sweets, fried salts, fried salt. Oh, I guess you're just saying fried foods, salt, white flour. Yeah, well, that's obvious. Let me see. It sounds great. Let me see. What type of foods do you eat? I eat a ton of different foods, and I actually have some recipes on my channel, like other videos of recipes that I've done. But one of my favorite things to eat is, and after I said that I one day want to be vegan, just now I'm going to talk about my favorite thing to eat, which is buffalo chicken dip. It's not vegan by any means. It's essentially chicken, and I'm going to put a recipe video on here of that, but it's chicken, it's Philly cream cheese, it's hot sauce, like Frank's buffalo sauce, and a little bit of blue cheese. And you're mixing that together, you bake it in the oven, and oh my goodness, I literally will just eat it with a fork. And sometimes I'll take it and I'll put it on a salad or a bed of lettuce, right? Because that's what I call a salad. And I'll put it on a bed of lettuce and eat that, and yum, 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 yum. I'm not even kidding. I also have some different, like, to make sure I'm getting my vegetables in, I do a lot of like protein shake smoothies. I usually use like a vegan protein, because in my mind I'm vegan, right? But I usually use like a vegan protein, and then I use coconut milk. I'll use collagen. I definitely like collagen because it's supposed to keep your skin kind of young and fresh, and it also helps with muscle toning and just different things in your body. There's so many benefits to the collagen, so I actually add some of that. It's got a lot of protein in it too. So again, that's not even close to being close to vegan, so I don't even know why. Anyways, so I do that, and then I throw a few more things in there. I also like to put some celery in there, because celery has tons and tons of benefits, and also helps with hydration. So, and I also drink a ton of water, ton of water. Let me see. I'm so far behind. I'm hoping that I'm getting to you guys' questions. I'm trying at least. Let's see. Congrats, vegan. And I was trying to do vegan keto, but It's hard to keep the carbs low. It is hard to keep the carbs low with a vegan keto. And so I've been looking at so many different ways to do it. I'm currently researching right now. I think a lot of it's going to end up being increasing the fats in different ways. So, and just being really creative. I lost a lot of weight, but something happened. I fell back into my bad habits, not hitting the gym as much. Yep. Now, I'm like, F this, I'm back to the gym. Yes, thank you. And that's the thing. You got to get back on it. So I always say it's not a failure. You're not failing if you gain a little weight back. I mean, I had to tell myself this. So that's why I'm able to say it to you guys. I don't feel like a failure now that I've gained a few pounds back. And the reason I don't feel like a failure is because you're a failure if you quit. If I gained a few pounds back and then I was like, forget it, I'm just going to F this, I'm just going to gain back the whole 120 pounds, then I'm a failure. Now, if I, and not try anything else, now if I say, okay, I've gained some pounds back and now I'm just going to keep going, get back to the gym, go back to being consistent, doing things that I'm doing, as long as I'm continuing to try and do the things that I need to do to be the best person that I can be for my family and for me, then I'm not a failure. Then I'm winning, because see, I will tell you guys something that I struggled with for a while was I'm like, I've been doing this for a year and I'm like, and I haven't hit my goal yet. Remember, because I had this big lofty, goal. My fingers are so long. I had this big lofty goal of 175 pounds. That's where I want to get to. I'm going to be 175. And a year later, I'm not 175, a year later, I'm 227, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like not only did I not hit my goal, but I've gained, at this point, net 15 pounds back. Like, what's happening? And so, so I had to step back and say, okay, yeah, I gained some weight back, and that's going to happen sometimes. But in the end, I maintained almost 100-pound weight loss for a year. Like that's a huge win. I've never maintained a weight loss of more than 10 pounds for longer than a month before that, before this. So I'm like, I mean, I started to say, let me celebrate my wins. Let me celebrate the things that are going right for me instead of harping on the things that are going wrong for me. Because when I continue to harp on what's wrong, that doesn't benefit anybody. That's not helpful to me. It's not helpful to my kids. It's not doing anyone any good. So I had to start to celebrate and be my own biggest cheerleader for the things that I've done right. And so that's why I'm not down. Like normally, I could be sitting here like, sad and hurt about, the pounds that I've gained, but I refuse. I refuse to. I'm going to celebrate me, and I'm going to continue getting down and losing the weight and getting back to where I was and still pushing for that goal. Right. But I'm going to celebrate where I am now and celebrate each step along this journey, because that's the way to do it. So let me see. Oh wait, we already talked about that. So yeah. So, all right. Man, I can't talk. Okay. I need some help. There's so much on the internet. So confusing. Oh, Cindy. I know, Cindy. That's my mom's name. I hear you. It is extremely confusing. There's so much information. And I always talk about that. Like, it's like everybody's got a channel on this, or there's, if you Google keto, there's 10 million, different ways to do keto and people talking about keto. And it's tough. I will say I have videos. I have some friends who are keto, and they have videos as well. But that I don't want to be trying to sell, right? Because, I hate to say, well, you can go to my website and see, and it's like, you can go to my website and I could help you along your journey, but, do your research. There's so much, information available. There's so much everywhere. If you feel like you need accountability, if you feel like you need a jump start, if you feel like you need someone that's going to teach it to you, because that's what I found. Like for me, and I'm going to liken this to my journey for getting my personal training certification. So I had originally done I purchased the package that comes with the certification, and it's really self-study, self-learning. and I wasn't self-learning anything. I was struggling. I felt like I wasn't passing any of the practice tests. I mean, I was, like doing okay on them, but I wasn't like, I didn't feel confident in anything, right? And so I went and purchased another kind of $100 package where someone went through the book and taught me the lessons in each section of the book along the way. And when that happened, I understood it better. And I was so happy that I did that, because that helped me to pass my certification or pass my test and get my certification. And that's the thing. Sometimes we do just need that extra help. When I talk about and I'm going to do a whole video on my weight loss coaching program, but when I talk about my program, I always say what I did, since I've been on every diet since I was born, right? I pulled the best things from each diet, right? Or each program, I should say. So I've been on every program too. I've been on Weight Watchers, Nutrisystem, Jenny Craig, you name it, I did it, right? I pulled from, Weight Watchers, some of the tracking. I pulled from, where you're logging your food and highlighting what you're eating, at least at the beginning. I pulled from Jenny Craig, a lot of the personalized one-on-one coaching that folks did. That they did at Jenny Craig. But I wasn't a huge fan of the fact that you had to buy their food. So, that wasn't something that I wanted to do in my program. So, there's so many different things. And I just pulled from what I could and built my own program, because I realized that for me, one program wasn't going to work. So I needed to build my own. And so I built my own program, and I wish I could. Oh, well, I don't know if you guys see on my phone. I wish I could show you guys some of the before and afters of some of the people that I've started to help. But it's on my website. You can see it on my website if you go to that. But I'm just so proud of these of my friends now. They've become my friends, just because some people stay for 1 month in the program. And the thing is, you can learn everything you need in 1 month and move on, and then others have stayed for 4 months and 6 months and lost 80 pounds or whatever it is they lost. And they're just happy about their weight loss, and they're still pushing forward. And it's like, that's the thing. I just love that about people. And I love that about keto. So I think that folks can really get healthy with keto. And it's not just about weight loss. You can definitely lose the weight, but you can get healthy, across the board. I have, because it helps in so many different ways with brain function, clarity. I talked earlier about how it affects, there's been studies about how it's had major effects on autism, ADHD, epilepsy, diabetes. The list goes on, I'm sure, and so high blood pressure, obviously, all these different things it's helped with. Keto, whether you're vegan, whatever you are, just be consistent, stick to it, and get yourself healthy, because you're important. You're meant to be here. You matter and you mean something, and we have to know that. So I will let you guys go. It's because it's 9 o'clock. It's getting late. I'm going to be back on. I'm posting a video. I'm going to get a video up this week. Even if it means that I'm editing while I'm driving to Thanksgiving dinner, but I'm going to get a video out there this week for you guys. It may be a recipe, or it'll probably be a recipe, or it may be like my year in the journey, or it might be like my coaching or something, but it's going to be a video. I want to get something out there. I want to be more consistent with this, and more consistent with my journey in general, and also just continue to be open with you guys and honest. So, let me see. Keto again, lost 3.5 pounds in 2 days. Yeah, with keto, you can drop weight really fast. It's true. It's true, Vicky. So, if there's, I'll try and do another live, in a couple weeks, at best. And we'll definitely talk then. And I'll definitely be doing more lives, once I do once we start the challenge in January. So happy Thanksgiving, guys. I'm so happy to be back, and I will talk to all of you guys soon. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.